Hi everyone. So it's very important to me that when I go through something, whether it's a struggle or just a battle or even a victory, that I share it. Because I'm well aware that I'm not the only one who is struggling with something. I'm not the only one who is at war every day. I'm not the only one who is battling something mentally or emotionally or physically. There's a lot of hurt and sickness and disorder and pain in this world. And I know that there are many people out there who are struggling, who have not yet found their voice to speak it, who have not yet found the words to put with the battle, to describe it, who are feeling very alone and misunderstood. So it is very important to me that I use all that God has allowed me to go through for good, to be that voice for people who right now don't have it, to bring the words into this world, to bring light to the darkness, to bring hope to the hurting. I want people to know that they're not alone, that they don't need to suffer in silence, that they are worthy to ask for help, that they are understood, that they do not have to cower in fear of what people will think. They do not have to shrink themselves. They do not have to hide. You are worthy. You are loved and you are seen. At least by me you are. So please know that forever I will live my life for those of you out there who are still struggling to turn that whisper into a roar, who are still fighting to take up space in this world, who are still fighting to believe that they are worth this life. Forever I will live for those of you right now who are fighting, who want to stay hidden but yet still want the light on you. I will carry that light so that you can feel the warmth. And I will carry that hope so that you know it's possible. And I will live my life as a walking testimony of what never giving up, of what speaking up, of what embracing your worth can bring. So, all that being said, there is something I want to share with y'all. Okay, that was my first y'all. This really side note. I've lived in North Carolina for 7 years. I've never said y'all. So enjoy that. We'll document this moment. But there is something I want to share. Just being transparent and honest. The past couple of days have been rough. My self-confidence has taken a hit. And it is a far cry from the Jenna who made that video 2 weeks ago. The one who was loving herself and confident in who she was and excited for life and what it was going to bring and how she was going to live in it. So it's very hard right now to remember that, to know that I lived in that, and to be here in these moments the past couple of days where I cannot muster up any acceptance of this body. I cannot find any love for this Jenna, where it's a battle to wake up it is a struggle to just make breakfast for myself. The little things that became so easy are now struggles. And I don't like that. I don't accept it. I'm not going to claim this at all. That these are just a couple of bad days. They are not my normal. And that's a completely different mindset for me, because for so long, I would say that those 17 and a half years in the disorder, that was my normal. That was all I knew. That was my life. Anything different was abnormal. Living in joy and living in light and love, that was strange. But I can tell you right now that the abnormal was living in the disorder. It didn't matter how long I did it, no matter how long I was in it. That was never and will never be my normal. My normal was 2 weeks ago. My normal was saying yes to life, was living in challenge after challenge, excited for what life was going to bring, being spontaneous and adventurous, falling in love with other people, with myself, with life, feeling confident and sure of who I am, excited for what every day is going to bring, eagerly waiting for the next yes I can say. That is my normal. All of this, these days of struggle, this battle, it is temporary. It's to teach me something. It is to put a lesson in me. And I have to remember that. I have to not claim it as my life. I have to not settle for it. Why would I sit in the battles of today when I know that there's a better life waiting for me that I've already lived? I know it's possible, it's real. I was that girl 2 weeks ago. She existed. I have the video proof as evidence of that. And I will go back to it as much as I need to remind myself that that life and that girl, she's possible. That her feet have touched this earth and she's walked it, and she knows this life. She knows how to live it, and she knows how to live it well. So these battles, this Jenna that is living in today, who is struggling, she needs that reminder. She needs to remember that one day, that normal 2 weeks ago will be her normal. All the time, 24/7. It is my hope and my prayer that any pathway, any trace of the disorder gets obliterated. That these days, these sporadic days, these moments of defeat, of feeling helpless and hopeless, never again come into this life. That they are a thing of the past. That they are just a distant memory. And all that I know is the normal of 2 weeks ago, and I live in that. That I own it, that I embrace it. And that is my prayer for you too. There is somebody out there who is fighting a battle right now, who is getting battered and bruised in a war. And they're believing that that is their normal, that that is going to be their life forever. And I'm here to tell you it's not. Do not claim that. Do not speak it over your life. You are not trapped there. You are not stuck there. It is a lesson. It is just temporary. Take your best day. Take your most favorite memory and those emotions that came with it. And that is your normal. That is what you're striving for. That is what will come. So keep fighting. Keep knowing what is just on the horizon. I will believe it for you. Even more so than I believe it for myself. And I know that great things are going to come for you and for me if we continue to have faith that our normal our greatest joys are just around the bend of this life. And it's going to be incredible. So please don't give up. Don't accept defeat. Your victory is waiting.